With me this morning is Craig Floyd, the CEO of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Foundation. All right, and we've been talking to Craig about a couple of things about commemorating the 20th anniversary of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, as well as a gala that'll be happening on the 12th of October, and Craig has given us the URL for that. And then, of course, on October 16th, they've got the National Law Enforcement Ride and Run to Remember event, both a fundraiser and a great time to get out and show your positive interaction with law enforcement. Craig, we're going to go over some of the numbers, which we do each and every month, and it's what we're trying to do is trying to put a face to some of this, all right, rather than just statistics that are out there. So I know we've got some numbers to report about the law enforcement fatalities for September 2011. Why don't you go through that?
And to start, Joe, I will frame the issue by saying so far this year, we've lost 142 officers nationwide. Now, how does that compare to last year at the same time? It's about 17% higher than last year's figures. And we know that last year our numbers were up about 25% for the year over the 2009 numbers. So we're seeing a very troubling trend, certainly in the wrong direction here, a spike in law enforcement fatalities nationwide. We've lost 52 officers already this year by gunfire, and that's about 25% higher than the same time last year. Too many officers out there getting shot and killed by these cold-blooded, brazen criminals that they have to confront each and every day. 52 officers killed this year in traffic-related incidents. Now, the interesting thing there is that's still a little bit below last year's figures at this time, about 15% drop in officers killed by traffic-related fatalities. I hope that's in part because more of us are talking about that problem, more trainers are focused on that particular trouble spot, and hopefully better safety equipment is being provided our officers in the vehicles. All of that, I think, is making a difference. But that's an issue that we've been really focused on like a laser for the last, I'd say, 5 years or so. So it seems like maybe that work is starting to show some results.
Yeah, well, that whole move over and slow down campaign hopefully is clicking. Sort of some very sad cases that have come up with officers trying to do the public good out on the roadway and getting struck, killed, and sometimes just seriously injured. So hopefully,
and as you know, the move over and slow down laws basically require all of us, if we have the option, you move over a lane if you see a public safety vehicle on the side of the roadway, and at the very least you slow down to give that officer an added margin of safety. That's the law in 49 states. Only Hawaii and DC do not have that particular law. So chances are in your state you've got to abide by that law and give that officer some added margin of safety. Interestingly, Joe, we've been saying up to this point in the year that for the first time in 14 years, gunfire fatalities have outpaced traffic-related. Traffic-related has been the #1 cause of death for 13 years in a row. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is more traffic-related deaths, and now we're seeing that to be an equal number. 52 firearms-related deaths this year already, 52 traffic-related. So it looks like we may see another year where traffic-related incidents take more lives than gunfire.
Hey, Craig, could you do me a favor? You're saying now we have traffic-related where we're 52 below, which is 15% decrease. I just want to make sure I have that right. And then the number of shootings so far with fatalities is 52 as well?
Both of them right now, 52 in each category.
And the shots fired, the shooting fatalities, what percentage increase is that?
24%
Wow.
increase over last year at the same time.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, and last year we saw about a 20% jump in firearms-related deaths. So now 2 years in a row we're seeing firearms deaths go up. This year the only good news really in these numbers is that traffic-related fatalities are down about 14% from where we were last year, but still equal to the number of firearms-related deaths.
Yeah, that's trending. That's kind of disturbing out there. All right, what else we got?
Well, 10 officers killed, unfortunately, in the line of duty in the month of September. As you always like to say, Joe, we want to put a little more behind those numbers in terms of personalizing them. Who were those officers? Well, Kevin Egner from Travis County, Texas, He's a corporal in the constable's office there. He was killed in the line of duty on September 10th. We have Sherman Abrams, New York City police officer. He collapsed actually and died during a training run on September 12th. Eric Fontes from Honolulu, Hawaii, actually was struck and killed, as you point out, another very dangerous situation for officers. He was one of those who was struck and killed by a vehicle while conducting a traffic stop. That occurred on September 13th. Joseph Zerba from Newcastle County, Delaware Police Department, a sergeant there, he was actually stabbed to death while responding to a call on September 16th. Derek Whittle from Union County, Georgia Sheriff's Office, he was also killed in a automobile crash on September 18th. He died. And we have Mark Toney from the Iowa State Patrol. He also died in a traffic crash responding to a call that occurred on September 20th. Brian Sleeper from Burleigh County, North Dakota Sheriff's Department. He died from a fatal heart attack while attempting to arrest an uncooperative suspect. That occurred on September 28th. Tim Lowry from Pottawatomie County, Oklahoma Sheriff's Office, a reserve deputy. He actually died in an auto crash on September 30th, along with Mike Roberts from that same department, both of them reserve deputy sheriffs, and they were serving warrants at the time of that auto crash. And then Paul Stuckey, the last officer killed in September 30th. He was a Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries sergeant in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he was shot and killed while responding to a complaint. So those were the officers we lost, unfortunately, this past month, and we'll make sure that their cases are properly processed, and if they are found to meet our criteria for the memorial, we'll be adding their names next May.
All right, Craig, that's all we've got time for today, but we do try and put a little bit more of a face on each and every one of these people who have given the supreme sacrifice, and, we say our prayers to their family and all. All right, great follow-up, and good seeing you once again. All right, and we'll catch up with you in November.
Thank you, Joe. Always a pleasure.
Yep, take care now. Bye.